Hello, everyone, and we are week 10, last one in module 2. I don't know how it gets there, but we're here. Okay, so we'll start. It's really short, really quick one, and with a quotation. Forgiveness saves the expense of anger, and is quote from Hannah More. So again, congratulations. This is the end of module 2. And you did an amazing work with cleaning your seats. Congratulations. So gradually we start going back to do our practices, and any one of these practices is good. You know, you don't have to overload yourself. Do really gradual, slow, what works for you. Okay, so the way we did it in module 1, we cleaned our seats. I still we're cleaning our seats in a big way. Try to do the practice of cleaning the seats of this horrific time we're having right now. Is called Lojong, because the horrific things is already happening, and try to use this, you know, this pain for to finish that pain in the world. You know, so you just say, I'm already hurt, I'm already suffering, I'm already in pain, so let's on this moment it finished all the pain in the world. Okay, so when you feel that I'm already pain, you know, I'm already hurting, you know, so let's finish on that pain, finished all the pain in the world. It's a really simple, and it's like kind of short 4-step or 4 powers. Okay, so and then we're planting our seeds with the 4-step partner, and so we start making things, planting the seeds, making things happening. And now today our lesson will be is to making sure that we will continue our work, and we won't draw ourselves backwards. Okay, so we're not developing any obstacles and roll backwards. Okay, because we know how to clean it, we know how to plant it, but we don't want to roll back. Okay, we want to stop our obstacles and creating the obstacles. And as you know, the biggest obstacle is be unhappy when I see others doing well and receiving what I really want. Yes, is jealousy. And we learned about third flower, and there we know that your reaction of jealousy is not really healthy for your goal, or anger. And we know that anger kills all your good work and efforts, and kills your good seeds. Ooh, nasty one. So example is she's saying example of train. So for example, it's like train is going, you hear it, it's there, it's in front of you, and you try to stop. No, it's like it just run over you. And it's what happened to all your good efforts. You know, you work really hard, you having all this attention, and just that moment of anger, it destroys all your good efforts. So we have to watch that train. We have to identify that train is coming, and we have to create some techniques how to help and stop that train. Okay, or you know, stop all this, you know, bad benefits. Yeah, I can't say benefits, but bad results from it, from the anger. Okay, so even if I understood that it's not good for me, but the feeling is of anger or jealousy is really flowing, and is when seeds, when they're opening, ripening, we cannot stop that. Seeds are ripening. However, if you catch yourself and be conscious and recognize your anger or your jealousy or any other mental affliction, you will stop at that moment all the damage. Just your recognition, and just at that moment, if you recognize and catch that mental affliction, in that moment, you're stopping actually a damage. Think about it. So the practice number one is to be honest with yourself. Honest and say, yes, I am angry right now, or I am jealous right now, or I am feel, you know, anxious or not happy with myself, or any other negative afflictions is going through your mind. Just stop, catch, and recognize it's not good for me. What you are doing? Like, you know, she say an example, it's like you're pouring the fuel on top of you and you just want to lighten up yourself. It's like, stop right now, okay? So recognize, I pour the fuel on top of myself, so I'm better go to wash myself before it's all fired up. Okay, so be honest with yourself is a really important number one practice. How do I feel? Do I feel negative? Okay, what shall I do about it? So we have to recognize your ego is taking over you, and you start this negative is flowing, seeds are ripening. You can't stop of it, but you can, by recognizing, you can stop the damage. Okay, so, and then you can stop the listening your ego or listening all this negative, you know, thinking going through you. Okay, so number one, first practice, if you recognize that you have a negative flow, okay, seeds are ripening, you cannot stop, it's fact, okay, it's happening. But we can stop spread this negativity by not connecting with anyone while you have this mental affliction, is a number one. So even me, I hide a telephone from myself. I've done it. I've been there. Even Aijan, she's witnessing. You know, when I had one negative mental affliction, is enrolling myself on DCI level 1 as a teacher trainer, and I had this big, because it's really high competition to enroll yourself there, you know, and I start feeling that I'm not good enough to become a teacher of DCI, and all that negative, horrible feelings that I'm not good enough, you know, I can't be a teacher, I don't have money, I don't have time, I'm not good, I'm this, I'm that, and it's all this like yelling in your mind. And I wrote massive essay to Aijan. I remember that message, you know. Obviously, Aijan, she's too busy to read that. Good that she didn't really read it. And then I apologized when I calmed down, like, oh my God, Aijan, I'm so sorry. I was being really negative and I couldn't stop myself. And I start taken out on other people, which other people is like nothing to do with that. What is going on in your head, you know? So number one practice, when you have, if you've been hit by the train of negativity, hide the phone from yourself. Don't call, don't text people, you know, just hide it, okay? Second, what you do is, again, so you have to still as a log, like that. Okay, it's happening. It's all this storm of negativity in your mind is like going and going and going. So second practice, after you hide the phone, you just keep still, like that. Honestly, just keep still, do nothing, just keep still and let the storm pass. Just hold on to it, hold on, wait, the storm is past. Okay, it's called the practice keep still as a log. like that. You know, just pretend you're dead. That's it. Just keep still, don't do anything. It's already happening, you can't do much about it. It's flowing, seeds are ripening, and storm is happening. You cannot do anything about it. Just keep still. Okay, keep still as a log. Okay, and then you, when this old storm passes, you can do your 4 powers. Okay. Third, when all this, so first you hide the phone, second you keep still as a log, waiting when it's all passes, and then third, you can do what you just said. However, it's good to have friends who will understand why you're sending long messages and support you. It's true, it's true. I mean, that's why I wrote the Ayjan, because she knows it's a mental affliction I'm going through. If I send to the friend who doesn't know what does mean mental afflictions, you know, they might think like, Ola, you're crazy, you know. What are you talking about? Okay, so yeah, maybe it's good to you know, send a message to your 4-step partner because they're aware of it. You're probably going something through the bad period of time, or afflicted with a mental affliction, and so they will be patient with you, and they know that it will pass. Okay, so you hide the phone first. You keep this still as a log. Okay, like that, literally, like wait is gone and it's gonna pass. Okay, and third is reflect on origination of that mental affliction, or your anger, or your jealousy. Where does that come from? Remember this fortune cat, Chinese cat? I need to buy you a present. I need to buy everyone this fortune Chinese cat. It's always remind you where does everything come from. Okay, you then realize, okay, yes, it's come from me, and it comes from the, you know, the most number one, the mental affliction is come from misunderstanding actually of everything come from. It's a wrong worldview. That is where all your mental afflictions comes from. Okay, from our ignorance, because we don't know where it actually it comes from me. And when you forgot that, you have the mental affliction. Okay, because you forgot that. Okay, well, it's fine, because we are planting lots of seeds of ignorance. You know, there will become a ripening, there will be coming up. Okay, so what you have to do, number one, hide the phone. Number two, don't skip still as a log, wait in this path. And then number three, when you come down, you start doing your 4 powers. And first, before you start the 4 powers, you think, where does it come from? You know, it's from my wrong worldview. It's from my misunderstanding. Where does everything come from? And obviously, when you will practice and practice meditation, you practice this reflection of where the things come from, at one point in your life, you will see a luminous picture coming from you, like in a slow motion movie, covers this square object, and you will call that, oh, is a form. Okay, you will start actually seeing how is everything comes from you, and then you will forever will stop your mental affliction. It's called nirvana. And I just want to share with you okay, so practice and you will understand when the mental affliction come from, and then you can do some actions to avoid that mental affliction. So you're seeing the train is coming towards you, And the more you practice it, you start recognizing, oh, my anger is coming soon to me. So for example, what I'm saying, try to find the chain and rewind back where, for example, my anger comes from. Okay, so I can actually predict what is trigger my anger. Okay, so for example, okay, I know about worldview, I know that everything comes from me, but sometimes I do get angry, and I just think, okay, where does that anger come from? Okay, and I think, well, Ola, just when you had lack of sleep, when you don't sleep, when you're really tired, when I'm hungry, and then anything can fire me up, easy, just like that, right? Even I'm looking at the page on Facebook and some post I don't like, it just start me off, you know. And so, and I said to myself, okay, now I know when I'm tired, when I didn't had enough sleep, I know that anger, I'm really fragile. I can really fire it up really easily. So what I will say to myself, Ola, go to sleep. You know, don't look on Facebook, don't do other things, just go to bed and sleep. Okay, or Ola, are you hungry? Go and eat, but don't, you know, just prevent this thing. So you have to identify where your state of mind is so fragile and weak, and it's easy you start get angry or have that mental afflictions. So because we do know about the pen, but we can think about the pen when, well, when I'm fresh, when I had something to eat, when I had the sleep, when I'm not tired, yeah, then I think, yeah, pen makes the sense. But when you are tired, when you had the lack of sleep, when you're hungry, and then, you know, you don't remember pen, you don't remember where things come from, you can get angry with anything because you're so tired. So try to wind back and just identify where that mental afflictions come from. Maybe because you didn't sleep, maybe because you're really tired, or maybe because, you know, something else. Okay, so try to recognize. So, and this is practice can help you to hear when the train coming towards you, and you think like, okay, I need to get off of the rails, otherwise the train will hit me. Okay, so I need to help myself now before the train hits you. Okay, anger hits you. So try to recognize, identify what is trigger, when it makes you really fragile to cause you that mental affliction. Okay, so like for example, I can sometimes I feel like anger start coming towards me, you know, it's like you can start feel punching in your chest, it's like boo, 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 boo. You start feeling like shaky, right? Okay, seeds start ripening. And I did kind of some of the practice, trying to figure out what practices will work for you. Like for example, I start reading. I just simply read, because I don't understand what I'm reading, because I'm so already shaky. Okay, and I'm read, and then, oh, now I understand what I'm reading. That means I'm calmed down. Okay, so it's like I could read like 4 pages and no idea what I'm reading because I'm already shaking. And then at some point I understand what I'm reading, and then I realize I calm down. Okay, then I can do my 4 powers or reflection, what happened, right? Why I get angry, what happened, or conflict, or anything like that. Okay, some of you maybe knows the mantras. Mantras is helped me as well. I can read mantras. You just read mantras, and then you suddenly you realize you calm down, and then you can start think clearly and properly. Okay, you can go for a walk if you can, but not many people can get out. You know, they might, like for example, Ajahn, she might open the emails and she had a bad email from the boss. Boom, it hits you. And you know, she can't go for a walk, you know, but maybe she can do something like go in and wash your face in a bathroom, or just take a breather and try to calm yourself down before you start escalating that anger or any negative emotions about it. Okay, so first your reaction, it have to be like emergency, like a paracetamol. Okay, I need to calm myself down because I'm start already shaking, because it's happened, you know, and I'm not thinking clearly. So try to find out what works for you. Be experimental, because we are not like a bacteria. We have a little bit more intellect than bacteria. So try to be conscious, recognize when it's coming towards you, and find your ways to deal with that before you create the damage. So first of all, you have to be honest with yourself. Yes, I have a mental affliction. Yes, I feel pretty bad inside my head. Okay. Second of all, I make sure I'm not contacting anyone. I'm not reaching anyone except your foster partner. Who knows? You can just write mental partner and say, I'm having mental affliction. and your partner say, okay, bro, just keep still like a log. Yeah. And then third, when you calm down by using any specific things, what works for you: reading, wash your face, walk, breathe, stop. It's not really helping you to continue that flow. And then when you calm down, you start recognize where that come from, obviously. And then you start saying, okay, what can I do about it? So you will come at some point, as a fourth thing, you will come to some point to realization, as a really, really deep realization of the massive damage of your mental affliction. And you will start really scared of your mental afflictions. You will realize that your biggest enemy is your mental afflictions. So it's like, basically, you've done lots of good seeds, lots of good actions, and then you put the fuel on top of that seed and fire it up. That's what mental affliction does. Crazy. I know, it's happened really fast. So try to identify the steps you can help yourself. Okay. So at the moment, we can do as much as we can, as long as we can learn how to deal with that. Like, for example, there was a conflict starting in my family, and I was thinking, oh my God, and I start feeling how it's developing anger inside me. And to prove that I'm right and they're all wrong, you know, is another mental affliction, really juicy one. When I start proving how right I am. And then I just saw that this anger is built up inside me. And I'm like, oh, first I identify it's not good, or that you have to stop. Okay, so that was happened in a family, in a conversation. While I was talking to my partner, I've recognized that is building up inside me. So the first step is to be honest to yourself and say, Ola, you're not going right direction. Okay. Yeah. Happy Easter. Yeah. So and then what I have done, I just start calm myself down. And at that point, I was just reading. I was reading Dharma, ACI. I was reading ACI. And I read, and I don't understand what I'm reading. And I realized that I'm still, you know, not really clear in my mind. And at some point, I start recognize what I read. Okay, I calm down. And then I will start thinking, okay, what can I do in this situation? And when you are calm, you had the right situation, and you can't believe. I asked just for a few minutes to my partner. I said, can I please have my moment? Because I feel it's building up inside me. So my partner give me that moment. I start reading, I calm myself down, and then I start asking myself, what's the best scenario I can do now to prevent this conflict, right? And it's just like that. In your clear mind, you will see exactly what to do. And when I was come to the partner, come back, you can't believe the situation was solved itself. Even don't need my own solutions anymore. It's like the whole family was behaving like it's no conflict anyway. And I'm like, what? You know, so it just reflects how our mental affliction can destroy our vision and how we see incorrectly what is going on. And which I saw is a massive conflict is building up. But it was massive conflict building up inside me, not in them, in their heads. Okay, so first of all, be honest to yourself. Identify it's not healthy, it's not good, and it's already preventing the damage for all the good things you have done. So I call that so your practice will be turn on your detector for mental affliction and prevent all the damages, like a fire alarm, okay? So turn on, and that is already recognition is already stopping your damage, okay? Okay, Bill's video, I will give you a time, you can have a look, and he comes with example of story in Lincoln, about story of forgiveness. That's why I was starting the forgiveness saves the expense of anger. So I guess forgiveness is like an antidote for your four powers. Forgiveness is like your antidote for your 4 powers. And first of all, you have to forgive yourself, you know, start with yourself. So what you have to remember, whatever is happening right now, or at that moment when you have mental afflictions hitting you, you have no control of it. Seeds are ripening, they're opening, and you have to accept this. Only one control you have at that moment is your understanding that by your reactions on the events, you create your future. So you have to, what you can change is the way you react on your mental afflictions, okay? So watch your reactions. If you don't have any good reactions, keep still like a log and wait for better reaction, okay? Calm yourself down, but try to not replant the seeds. Keep still as a log, wait when the storm passes, and then, you know, that is the best reaction you can have to prevent the damage. That's it. Please share your screenshots of your generosity. Any amount, any people, any organizations, and you're helping. Because, like, for example, I will be sharing, I help a lot Ukrainian individuals. It's not an organizations, because I've reached out to the people, and there is really lack of supply of Red Cross. And so I reached out and I said, what can I do now for you? Because obviously we can't rely on Red Cross or anything like that, because you need help now. So my confirmation will be individuals. You will see it. I sent in lots of people for individuals. It was like a fuel, medicine, some food, you know. So any people you help, maybe it's individuals, not necessarily the organizations. Or maybe you still can confirm organizations you still helping. And please confirm by 20th of April if you are continue our journey towards our million, okay, or more. Also, I want to offer to you, if you have any questions to Ina and Bill, please write your questions. Let's ask the questions, because Russians and Ukrainians and Russian-speaking people, they were asking lots of questions to Ina and Bill, and then Bill, I will send you a link. There's another video of questions and answers, where Bill talking is another example, historical example. You can listen to that and write your questions. Maybe you have some questions you want to ask to Ina and Bill and see what they think. Okay, that's it. Next week we have Easter holiday, and have a good holiday, have lots of rest, and I will see you on 24th, next Sunday. It will be actually Orthodox Easter on 24th, but we can agree the time if we meet. We will make a poll. Okay, thank you so much. Stop.